Alrighty, boys. So, the Roxy patch notes are out, and hey, if you're new to the channel or anything, or maybe you're not subscribed, you watch the videos or whatever, feel free to subscribe. It's free, I don't know. That'd be cool of you. Anyways, we have 2-hour maintenance, obviously. Not too long. I think they're getting a lot better about not extending maintenances and stuff like that. Well, we did have one extension somewhat recently, but it wasn't really that bad. But either way, we have a brand new Catastrophe patch, of course. This one's pretty interesting because it gives us the first chapter of the new Catastrophe story, which I'm pretty sure is going to be going over how Roxy is becoming awakened, or whatever the case may be. We obviously have a brand new character here that we've never seen before. I'm pretty sure her name is Sabnak. I could be wrong on the translation there. I'm sure we'll probably know sooner or later, but she is apparently the new, like, overall, like, maybe overarching villain. I think there might be 4 different villains or whatever from one of the weird screenshots that I've seen of the story. I'll definitely try to pay attention whenever I actually run through the story and everything like that. But yeah, we do live summons and everything every time a character drops, so if you want to check out the stream or anything like that, or just, I don't know, be ready for whenever I do summon, we normally do it as soon as the banners drop on global, so if you want to come by and hang out, we'll probably end up running the story afterwards, if I don't just go ahead and mess with the character right after we get done summoning, of course. But yeah, I don't know, we'll try to pay attention and actually read the story, because I'm kind of interested. I know the one thing that people have been griping about on JP is that the story's not actually voice acted. It's just them moving their mouths and there's text, which I'm sure that's a bit jarring, but I'm sure it would take a lot of extra time and stuff like that for them to voice act it, which the Ragnarok stuff is voice acted too, so if they're not voice acting the Catastrophe stuff, maybe they can pump it out more often. But then again, I don't know how often you really want to have new Catastrophe banners and stuff coming out, so that way they can promote a new chapter. But either way, we have the brand new Roxy. She's very, very interesting. I have been watching tons of videos on her this week. I have a Should You Summon video coming out in the morning, so I will go over the banner and everything like that, because for whatever reason, Global does not do the banners on the news for some stupid reason, and they always release them later. I have to say, this little GIF or whatever it is that they always put right here, this one's looking super crisp, like looking very, very good here. Gotta give them props to that, I guess. But yeah, we'll go over a kit and everything. I'm sure you guys probably already know, but I definitely went over it more in detail with the Should You Summon video. But the basic cliff notes is she has a Flood card, she has a Spike AoE card. This Flood is a single target, of course. The ultimate is a single target Sever card, and then she has a passive where she gains crit chance depending on how many humans you have on the field, and if you crit on a single target attack, even if your allies do, which I think they have to be humans, it basically does like an additional bit of damage afterwards, kind of like Escanor's Scorch card does, which is really, really cool. So she's a very interesting character, and they're also introducing this new mechanic called a bond. I'm not sure if they're going to actually say the correct translation or whatever in these patch notes or not. But it's basically like a new kind of grace mechanic almost, where it's got a little bit more restrictions around it. This Roxy's bond, if you put her in the associated slot, it does scale with the ultimate, which is really stupid, but it increases human ally, or human. If you put it on a human only, it's restricted to humans. It increases their attack-related stats by up to 10%, which is pretty decent. It's not like anything like super crazy OP or anything like that, but kind of a nice little boost if you can, pull extra copies of her. Neat little mechanic. Still very unfortunate that it's tied to ultimate levels, but obviously we're getting chapter 1. Gray Eminence is the title for it, I guess so. And then it looks like if you have not completed at least chapter 10 of the main story to unlock it, you'll need to do so. We are getting 3 new cards. Looks like we're getting a like art contest Lilia, Easton, and Valenti card in game. It looks like these 2 are from the Disaster Battle Exchange Shop, and then this one is from the Hideout Renovations event. Not a huge fan of the Hideout Renovation event, but it is what it is. We are getting 2 new Holy Relics, which are very interesting. These are for, I think everybody's pretty excited about the Assault Mode Melee one, because this is the first Meliodas to get a Holy Relic. People are always in love with Assault Mode Meliodas. He's a really cool character. I think it's a little too soon for Ominous Nebula Zeldris to get one, but it's here, so it is what it is. we'll just kind of have to see how that works out for us. I should have, I don't know exactly what day I'll put them up, but I have a friend who's going to let me showcase both of these relics as well, so I should have videos on those coming out in the next couple of days or so, so stay tuned for that. Assault Mode Meliodas is, both of them look really cool, by the way, but Assault Mode Meliodas is increase the hero's basic stats by 30% for 2 turns at the start of the battle. So he immediately starts off with 3 blue buffs. If the hero does not take damage during the enemy's team, so if they're just trying to ult rush you, applies the same effect at the start of the ally's turn. So you can basically recycle more basic stat buffs, which is really nice. I don't know if they stack or just overwrite the old ones. I'd love to know, actually, because I don't think anybody that I saw really had anybody try to ult rush them. But I don't know if it's just going to put 3 new buffs on and you're going to steamroll them, or if it's just going to refresh the ones that you already had. I would assume that's probably the case, but not 100% sure on that. But either way, applies the same effect at the start of the ally's turn, increases demon allies' basic stats by 5% for every buff applied to the hero, but it's a limit of 3. So he basically immediately applies that. You're basically going to increase all allies' basic stats by 5%, or well, 15%, because you're immediately going to start with 3 buffs. So I guess that nice little boost, nothing too crazy, but I had a really good comment that somebody put on a recent video. I don't know if this Assault Mode Meliodas relic is actually going to be good enough to where you're like, hey, why should I run this character over Purgatory Meliodas? You know, because Purgatory Meliodas is absolutely insane. So I'm not sure. We'll have to play around with this a little bit. I'll kind of give you some thoughts and opinions during that video, of course, but that's a really good point. Purgatory Meli is absolutely cracked. So might not be completely worth going for, but it's definitely going to be like a fun relic that you can sort of play around with. Assault Mode's a really cool character, so it is what it is. And then we have Ominous Nebula Zeldris, which is for every debuff on the enemy, increases demon allies' basic stats by 3% and the hero's damage dealt by 4%. So he really doesn't do a whole lot of damage as is. His infect card is very minimal. You basically just use it to put the infect on and apply extra darkness stacks with Estarossa. And then his pulverize card, I've never really seen it do really good damage, but I guess it could do better now. And even at 6/6, his ultimate is a weak point ult, and it's an AoE, and it is atrocious. So, not 100% sure if what is this going to be, a 20% increase in damage there? I don't know if that's going to be really noticeable. I kind of doubt it, if I'm being completely honest, but maybe on top of maybe if you run them together or something like that, it could be potentially better because they're helping each other, boost each other and stuff like that. And then you're giving demon allies, 3% basic stats. So I guess that's 15% basic stats overall. So, I mean, it could be good. I think a lot of people were like, oh my god, this relic is broken whenever it got announced on JP. I don't really see it, but then again, I'm really bad at looking at things on paper and being like, that sounds crazy. Like, I would need to see it in action personally, but I think I've watched a video on it already, and it didn't seem like it was overly crazy, but I don't even remember if I was paying attention to the video or doing something else. So, I don't know. We'll try it out this week, I'm sure. Either way, we are getting 3 new costumes for the new Roxy, of course. 2 UR costumes, 1 SSR costume. Gotta say, huge fan of the SSR costume personally. I know a lot of people are probably going to be running her default costume because it's got a lot of under boob, but personally I really like this black and yellow outfit. Very cool. I'm not as big of a fan of like the edgy one, even though I do really like the red and black color scheme too, and then the cyberpunky sort of futuristic looking one isn't really all that cool in my personal opinion, but hey, if that's your thing, do it up. Either way, we do have some new shop bundles. We are getting a set of ticket bundles that are going to replace the regular sort of diamond bundles that they do. We're also getting a step-up bundle, which they have not done step-up bundles in quite a while, at least ticket step-up bundles. So this one is pretty cheap to start off with. I think it's like $3 or something like that. At least I want to say the conversion from like the JP patch notes looked like it was around like $3. Then it goes all the way up to, I think, $50 for this last edition, but I don't know if you're really wanting to summon on it, if the value's there, which I don't really know if I will or not. I have a decent amount of diamonds already on my account, but you do get a couple of extra goodies here on top of the extra summoning tickets. So if you're really into Roxy and you don't want to spend your gems, I guess, and you're willing to spend money, this might be a decent bundle. but overall, obviously, the price continues to go up as you purchase these, so I think overall it's going to end up costing you a decent little amount of money. But either way, there's also a huge ticket discount, which is 3 tickets, and I'm pretty sure it's like a $3 or $4 bundle. Can't remember exactly, but it's really cheap, but 3 singles is normally not too crazy. But they are also doing a login event that gives us like 14 free tickets, which is also weird because it's like 1 multi and 4 singles, and it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I don't know, maybe you want to try to get enough tickets to use them as a multi, but I don't know really. That's up to you. They are resetting this bundle apparently, or is it a reset? No, I think it's just a brand new bundle where you get 10 diamonds immediately and then 5 diamonds every day for 7 days. Don't they already have the weekly bundle like this? Or I think it's 7 diamonds a day. So it's worse? I don't know. I'll have to look at this one when it comes to the game. I hate that they don't put prices on this, but then again, the global version has people in all kinds of different countries and stuff like that, so I kind of understand why they don't. It looks like we're getting some cosmetic upgrade bundles as well, on top of some demon materials and pendants bundle, some equipment stuff bundle as well as those. So it is called a Unity, apparently. Unity of Madness for Roxy. So system update, new hero ability Unity added. Unity is immediately unlocked upon acquiring certain heroes. If a hero with Unity is used as an associated hero, Unity will apply to the main hero. So just like a Grace, they did show off on the Japanese patch notes where the picture, they put him on like Ludo, or put her on Ludo or something like that, and you've seen that they had the Grace and the bond, or the Unity. I'm gonna have to get used to saying that. But obviously, because this one increases attack related stats of human allies with a Unity effect, then it's only going to apply to humans. So it wouldn't even work on Ludociel to begin with, but you can see in the global patch notes they're putting it on Bon here, who is a human, so that would work. Brawl Shop revamp. Brawl Shop rewards and high tier shops will become available after using a certain amount of coins rather than purchasing a certain amount of items now. So I guess once you spend 4,000 coins, you unlock the next tier, and then 16,000, and then once you get to 41,000 coins spent, you can reset the shop. Not sure how big of a difference this is going to make, but I know they're changing some of the items in the shop itself. So you can see here are the different shops. The first one is Warrior then Victor, Challenger, Warrior then Victor. So the first shop is pretty meh. They are adding Belmoth and OG demon materials to it, which is honestly kind of nice. I'm definitely okay with that. Warrior is okay, I guess. The SSR pendants in this shop are really expensive. They're like 1,500. I don't know if they're changing the price on any of these items or not, but that one's kind of annoying. I don't think hammers and anvils were in here before. Or no, I think hammers were definitely in here. I don't remember if anvils were or not, though. If not, that's a huge win, honestly. That's like 100 anvils that you get per reset, so that's kind of cool. And then I think the rest of this is kind of the same, so looks pretty good overall. Colorblind improvements, improved colorblind mode for buff icons related to attributes and attribute advantage / disadvantages, so that's cool. Set team menu improvements. Players are now able to check various hero details directly from the hero screen by clicking the new filter. All right, very cool. This looks normal to me, but maybe I'm overlooking something. Either way, there is, like I said, a login event for 14 free tickets, so you at least get 1 multi. I'd honestly rather it be tied to like special missions, so that way I could just do them, get all the tickets at one time, instead of having to wait 10 days to get my first multi and then 4 days to get the rest of them. I don't know, not as big of a fan of the login events sometimes, but I guess it just kind of keeps people playing and stuff, so I get why they do that. Hideout renovation is back. They have like 40,000 different versions of this thing where you basically just craft things and then donate them to each respective room or whatever they call it, and then you just get rewards that way. Nothing too crazy. It is how you're going to get a couple of free rewards on top of some free outfit stuff, and it looks like some of the cards that you get from, or just the new cards. There's not even a new card set, so that's kind of weird. But these are the materials that you're basically going to be using to craft all of these, and then you donate those to the rooms, so that's cool. Whatever, you can coin shop it if you want, but you normally get way more than you need, so I don't recommend that. It looks like overall rewards, you will get the full fan costume for Awakened Lilia, which is fine because I don't think it's come back in quite a while. You get 1 card, you get 2 pendants, you get 5 SA coins, which is nice, 10 hammers, and then if you complete them all, you get 1 UR pendant, which is honestly cool. And then there's some regular gifts or rewards that you can kind of choose how much you get from them, I think. Gifted once. Can you choose? I can't remember exactly. Maybe you just have to donate 1 of each thing to each one of these. I can't remember 100% how this works, but it's really simple. Not worried about going over the details for it. Hideout renovation, daily material or daily missions. You have to do missions, unfortunately, to get the materials for these. I really don't like this event. It's very tedious. They're bringing back Disaster Battle, though, which is really cool. I want to say Camilla used to be the 3rd boss that you used to have to fight for this, but obviously they're replacing it with Roxy because she's just now getting her awakened form. You will be able to get the fan costumes for Valenti and Easton. These are both the base forms of these, so base Valenti, base Easton, not awakened, which is cool because these are really cool outfits. And obviously the Roxy one will be replaced, and you'll fight Roxy in phase 1 and then awaken Roxy in phase 2. Pretty cool. I'm sure I'll make a guide on it if you need it. I'll have that up on the channel sometime soon, probably relatively close to after the patch is over, or maybe once I end stream. You do get a really nice amount of diamonds, though. You get 15 just from doing the extremes, and then you get 6 here, and then 1 of each, so 3 here. It's not quite a multi, it's like 26 or something. I counted it whenever the JP patch notes came out, but I can't be bothered. So either way, you get a nice amount of diamonds from that, which is really cool. The exchange shop, like I said, does have each of the costumes here. Looks like you have the 2 other card sets, SSR pendants, nice demon food, which is cool. More SA coins. You get, what is this, 15 SA coins overall? Honestly, this is really, really nice. I feel like they've been really generous with the materials lately, so it just keeps cementing it more and more in my head that there's probably going to be a collab very soon. So don't overspend materials if you're trying to power up new characters whenever they come out. But yeah, we have this stuff. Oh, this is actually very interesting. They're basically doing a Diamond Perks event right here, where if you spend 900 diamonds, which, mind you, this is a 600 diamond banner for the guaranteed copy of Roxy. If you spend 900, though, if you're planning on doing multiple rotations or buying costumes or spending gems at all during this update, if you do spend a total of 900, you can get a ticket where you can select one of these 5 characters, which is actually really good if you're already going to spend that much, but the fact that it's a 600 banner and you got to spend 300 extra diamonds just to get this, little weird. They're really trying to bait out the diamonds here before the collab stuff comes out, but yeah, you can choose any of these characters, which is really good because I know a lot of people have trouble getting the Demonic Beast characters right here, and then a lot of people don't have Freyr yet or just need extra copies, so his ult hits harder, which is really nice. So this is a really good opportunity to get him, but obviously it's not going to come cheap, so yeah, be aware of that. There is a new battle event going on, so 2 free gems there, and then it looks like there is an issue with entering deathmatch occasionally that has been fixed. So that is basically it. Little bit lengthy, but it's honestly a bunch of free, events and materials and stuff like that on top of a brand new character that is looking to be very fun. So I'm definitely excited to test her out and mess around with her. Of course, we will be doing live summons and of course playing with her as soon as we get done, and probably going through that new story chapter as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was long, but if you stayed all the way to the end, thank you so much. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.